your connection in Southern Oregon and Northern California. This is News 10 at 6.
Good evening, I'm Trish Close.
I'm Rick Tillery, thanks for joining us. The City of Ashland is looking at doing a complete 180 on its medical marijuana policy.
News 10's Caitlin Conrad is live in Ashland to explain the possible changes in tonight's top story at 6. Caitlin?
Good evening, Rick. Trish, I'm here on Park Street where neighbors are 50-50 on how they feel about dispensaries in their town. However, the City of Ashland says neighborhood complaints are the #1 reason why they're looking at a medical marijuana dispensary ban.
A little over 2 months ago, the City of Ashland made a provision in its business code to pave the way for medical marijuana dispensaries. Now it's looking at going back on its word.
The moratorium would basically ban any medical marijuana facility, effectively ban any medical marijuana facility.
The city says they have to at least consider a ban because neighbors are starting to complain about pot shops moving into their town.
They just need to kind of get it out of here. I mean, because honestly, this being an entirely college student area, that you got to think of the example for middle school students and high school, and that just brings, a lot of more problems.
Joel McCormick lives down the street from Puffs, a head shop which told News 10 earlier this month it sells medical marijuana under the name Siskiyou Medical Supply. In fact, employees there admitted they started selling pot before it was legal under state law and knowingly did it without a license. Some neighbors on the street say they don't have a problem with this kind of activity and are welcoming the business.
I've noticed a lot more people do go into Puffs, but other than that, nothing like out of the ordinary.
Brandon Hilliard says medical marijuana helps people, and the idea of the city changing its decision doesn't make sense.
I think it's ridiculous.
But City Attorney David Lohman says there is more than just opinions to consider. The law is complicated. Cities not only have to worry about pot being illegal on the federal level, agencies also have to worry about it being legal on the state level. In Medford, the conflict has already opened up the city to a lawsuit from Mary Jane's attic. However, Lohman says now that they have the Oregon legislature's okay to put in a moratorium, he doesn't think this will be an issue.
The lawsuit is based on an action the city council took before creating a moratorium allowed under state law.
The city doesn't plan to meet about a potential moratorium on the dispensaries until April, and Ashland is far from the only local government dealing with the issue. After Governor Kitzhaber's ruling last week giving city and county agencies the option to delay dispensaries for 1 year, Eagle Point and Central Point have also decided to revisit the topic.
We went into Puffs earlier this afternoon to ask the business owner how this potential moratorium could affect his business. He declined to comment. Covering your news live in Ashland, Caitlin Conrad, News 10.
Other cities across Southern Oregon have made their decisions on dispensaries. Both Phoenix and Shady Cove have decided on a 4-month delay to allow the pot shops. Gold Hill says they will adopt the 1-year moratorium, but will also look at possibly changing zoning laws. Both Cave Junction and Rogue River have not made a decision yet, but plan to discuss the topic in the coming weeks.
We've put a poll on KTVL.com to see if you think your town should impose a 1-year moratorium on dispensaries. 88% of you said no to a 1-year delay. 8% of poll takers said yes. 4% said they were unsure.